Hello everyone, this is me, Sergey. Today we are going to continue our lesson about living things. Before, we already learned that living things can move by itself. Yes, what living things can do? Well, living things can move, running and swimming and for example, like mating or flying. Can living thing reproduce? Sure, of course. And then some of the living things can reproduce from seed, for example, like this watermelon. And then we're gonna continue to this one. Can living things grow? Of course. Just look at yourself. Why that when you have the photo of you 2 years ago, is that the picture of you still same like that? Right now, I mean, no, of course. You grown up. So yeah, living things can grow. For example, like this grasshopper here. This is a baby one, and then it's grow into an adult grasshopper, and then this tadpole will grow into frog. Look at this one. Living things can grow from baby to adult. Tadpole to frog, and then look at this plant. Young plant, it is still small, and then 1 week later it become this one, and then become big again, and then after the many months, and it will become this one. So yeah, living thing can grow. Take piece of paper, of course, and then note the point that I mentioned in this video because it will help you a lot. You will forget about it when you just watch this without writing it. Writing usually will improve your memory about things that you write, and it's really useful for learning new things. Let's continue then. Living things. And for human also can grow up too. Like Tom, you were once a baby. In what ways have you grown since you were a baby? Well, it grows from this kid and from this baby to this boy, and can do many things. For example, like this one. In what can you do now that you could not do when you are a baby? Ask yourself what you cannot do when you are a baby. Running, a baby. When you were a baby, you cannot running that fast as you can right now. And then speak. You cannot speak when you're a baby unless you're smart, really smart baby. And non-living things cannot grow. Can rock grow? Of course no. Non-living thing will stay still. Rock will be like that even if in 100 years or 1,000 years it will looks like that, but it will change a little bit. It's depend on the and the circumstances, of course. My baby shoes are too small for me because I have grown. Well, because you already big right now, it will not fit again for you, so you will have to use bigger shoes. Yes, living things can grow. After all this year, your robot still picks in its book. Yes, of course. This is the example of non-living things, right? Look at this robot. It cannot grow. Um, Living things can grow, but the non-living things like rock, robot cannot grow. It will stay still. I mean, just look like this, even if it's 10 years. 10 years after this, after you put it in the book or something like that. Then let's continue then. Can living things sense and respond? Of course. What is sense? Sense is something like when you heard something really noisy, you will hear it like, oh, something like that, and you sense is something like what you feel about the circumstances. Not circumstances, but it's really cycle things. For example, like the sun is really hot, and then you sense it hot, and well, you say it hot, and what will you respond? Well, it's depend actually. Some people will respond with yeah, close their ear, and then some of it will ignore it, and then yeah, many things that people or things can respond. Living soul, yeah, okay, students, living things can sense and respond. Can you remember what sense we have? Which part of the body do we use to sense? Can you remember that? Let's look at the picture. Body senses. Senses. Can you remember this? Eyes. You can see from your eyes, sight, see, action, verb, and then smell, nose, smell. Well, living things can smell, can hear, and can taste through our tongue, and then taste because of the tongue that we have, touch because we can feel something. Yeah, remember this one, okay? Eyes can see, smell, nose, smell, ears, hear. Yeah, living things can sense this one. Can sense, see, throat, see, smell, hear. This is a sensing part of the body that can sense. Okay, let's continue then. Isa sense the loud noise that Wright is making. Whoa, he's playing drum. It's maybe too loud for the for Isa. She responds by covering her ear with her hand. Yeah, look at this. She responds by closing her ears with hand. To respond is to act in a certain ways to change. So when she cover her ears, well, maybe it will reduce the noisy sound from the drum that Rage make. And then what does Lily use to sense the hot kettle? How does she respond? Well, just touch it. Oh no, don't never do that and at home, okay? Don't touch the hot kettle using hand. You just can see it by if there's smoke from it, or from it, then well, it's hot. Don't touch it. This just for the example, okay? We can sense and respond to change on us. This keeps us safe from the danger or from getting hurt. So maybe yes. Oh, I shouldn't have touched the kettle. Don't touch it. Just feel that oh it's hot. Then don't touch it. Yes. Can living so yeah, the conclusion is the living thing can sense and respond. For example, like we sense the or we listen to the not listen, we hear the noisy sound and then we respond by covering our ears because ear there are two ears, so yeah we use ears not ear, right? And then let's move to the conclusion then. what we have learned what we have learned so far. Living things, I want you to take a piece of paper and then write it down in your book, all of this. This one, all of this. Write it down in your book, okay? Living things need air, food, and water. Can move by themselves, reproduce, grow, and sense and respond to change around them. Non-living things cannot do all of these things. I mean, like reproduce, grow, sense. No, non-living things cannot do that. Non-living things do not have all the picture of living things. Just remember that, students. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for your time to watch this video and your attention. But I mean, if you don't write my point, I mean like do not didn't take a piece of paper and then write it. Well, please repeat the video and take note of the what is important from this video. So yeah, have a nice day then. I'm Sir Gary and yeah, goodbye. Bye bye.